small business, particularly in farming, in the startup world, it's really difficult to get funding in the early stages. And then we came across the RIC loan and it seemed to tick a lot of boxes.
We had a whole heap of debt parked in our business that was attracting reasonably high interest rates and requiring interest and principal repayments to be made, which was really putting a strain on our cash flow. So we parked it and focused on just maintaining the interest payments and really ramp up our repayments into our high interest loans, our commercial loans in the business. And that was able to really stabilise our cash flow. And without that, during the drought, I don't think we would have survived.
That drought loan enabled us to sort of further invest in our properties to make them future-proof and more equipped for, I guess, droughts in the future, which involved changing crop varieties, planting densities and all the rest of it so that we can produce in our properties more efficiently. Over the years, this will enable us to prepare for the future of irrigation, water and droughts.
We've gone from fattening cattle on our last property to breeding. So when we were looking at the RIC loan, with having the lower interest rate rather than having the huge repayments, it's just taken that burden back and given us that time to have progeny in our cattle and to get income going again from there.
The RIC loan allowed us a little bit of freedom. It allowed us to keep stock which we would have had to sell at a low during the drought, which is probably not the thing that most farmers want to do.
When I got the RIC loan, I just built 2 new dams and then I made 1 dam bigger. So I pretty much made my water capacity nearly 70% more water than I had. Now I can grow a lot of volume and good crops that need a lot of water.
After we actually were granted the loan, we could see that it was going to make quite a big difference for us to have some respite from the heavy-duty interest rates that we were looking at, and obviously that provides lots of opportunities to go forward. So we've just been through an enterprise mix change and that made that all so much more doable.
The way I used the RIC loan was I used it to refinance 50% of my commercial debt. So there was a cash flow savings there, but I've actually used that cash flow savings to invest in upgrading equipment, and that equipment has had the flow-on effect of reducing my operating costs. It's actually creating opportunities for us to act on in the future.
So the loan has changed the future of our business by just giving us a little hope. Being able to invest more into our land and has meant we invested more into our future, and it's given us a hope that we can grow and we can say one day to any of our children, if you want to come on the farm, then that is a possibility.